don't really believe in EG Game 2.
I'm not a believer. I could be wrong, but I don't like it so much.
Actually, I mean, I think I like EG's draft more than last game.
Okay.
And because I'm from NA, I'm going to say EG's going to win this one for the boys.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the weaknesses in EG's draft that Effie mentioned are like, now that you mention it, they're like, ugh, I'm a bit scared, you know?
Too many holes.
At the same time, like, it is like an Axe Lina core. Like, I don't know if it's because I haven't seen enough of this, but the cores on LGD are experimental, and they are a team that has like gone too far at times.
That's fair. That's fair. They are a bit experimental, but I believe in them.
Okay. Well, it's game 2. As said earlier, EG has a lot to prove with this game in terms of getting that point so that they still have a chance of making it to the upper bracket of the playoffs. We're going to find out if they can take a game off of PSG.LGD or if PSG.LGD will continue to be on top. We're finding out together with Cap and Kyle.
Yes, let's find out together, shall we? AUI, of course, biased towards evil geniuses, like always, Kyle.
Yeah, like most of his fans, gotta have copium.
Yeah.
You watch EG play too many LAN events, and I'm just hoping RTZ doesn't find himself stuck in a cliff today.
Yeah, that was a pretty rough go-around that he had last time around. That nothing to say. He's got his number. Let's jump into the game, shall we? Because I know the teams are itching to be able to have a little bit of action as they're moving around, smoking about, trying to make some plays happen. So the LGD versus Evil Geniuses, game 2, kicking off here. And look at that. We're all in the river. Just as the bounty runes are about to spawn.
Nice skewers. XD.
King of the hill. I like that from Faith Beyond. All right, bounty runes spawning. Looks like we are just going to have a 2-2 split here. Nothing major.
I will say I'm happy that Dota is a game where people feel comfortable to all chat. I think that voice lines and all chat voice lines specifically add a lot to the game, and I think it's kind of what's I don't know. You ever watch a basketball game close enough to hear? You know, there people are talking. Sports aren't silent. Neither should esports.
Yeah, absolutely. If only the next step we could actually get a little bit of their in-game comms. I know teams will never accept that, but the rare times we do get to hear some of that, I think it's very special. And it's fun to be able to learn about the teams. Mid-matchup, Nothing to Say versus Abed. Lina versus Dragonite. We've got Nyx Assassin and Darkseer up there in the top lane, matched up into the Wraith King, which I think is a hero you can actually kind of pressure. Especially since he has an Ancient Apparition, who I don't view as the best laning hero in the world. Mars Snapfire bottom lane against a Phoenix and a Carry Axe. What's your take on Carry Axe, Kyle?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Haven't seen it enough to have a firm opinion one way or another. I think it's solid. I think especially when you pair it with a Darkseer, it's kind of terrifying, to be quite honest.
Yep.
I think the Lina is going to be more important just because that's your only real source of tower damage. So I think Nothing to Say has got to pop off, because otherwise, if he's just like running around with the Yules too late into this game, I don't actually know. They don't have any real right-click threat.
Jinkyu, they're being very aggressive, sir, and they're gonna kick the crap out of you. If you get a little bit too far forward, does healing salve up, so he'll be okay.
And the Battle Hunger spam. This is a pretty tough lane for Ice. Just getting constantly Spirit Hunger spammed.
At the same time, Axe doesn't have a whole lot of good starting armor, and you already had the Blightstone, I believe, pick up from Crit.
That's true.
You add a little Shredder on top of that, and he actually can't really tank hits very well. So yeah, this is definitely a battle where I feel like both cores are going to feel a little not the happiest, let's say.
Yeah, and Abed off to a great start middle as well. This is a somewhat skill-based matchup, but realistically, DK should win it. You have the Quelling Blade advantage. It's actually tough to last hit as Lina because you get that attack speed up from the Fervor, but when you tank the Dragon Breath, your last hit damage is significantly reduced, and DK almost always can out-hit you. And of course, DK now with the free runes will still getting a bottle early. Typically in the past, you might play without it, just double bracer.
Oh man, looks like he got very low. This is what we're talking about. both the cores feeling the hate of the opposing support. Both of them taking a lot of harassment here. Ame will miss out on a bit of CS as a result of that. Bottom lane, or top lane rather, Faith_Beyond, they go for it and they manage to get the first blood, just barely. Killing Fly before Faith_Beyond ends up falling. And Jinkyu, ooh, nice use of the spike carapace. He's gonna get stunned up here, and Arteezy not actually backing down, reading the fact the Ion Shell was coming up. Ice gets burned out bottom lane as they manage to get the kill finally onto Ame.
I don't think he'll mind too much. He got his gold spent before he died, and he kind of needed to heal anyway. He was out of regen. He was too low for a Ring of Health to play too much of a role in his lane strength. So top, that was a bit surprising, but it's really tough for Fly to play this lane if he tanks a stun with an Ion Shell nearby. When it gets pushed up near the tower, that's when the Darkseer starts to thrive.
Radiant structures.
Yeah, and I think Darkseer, he had this revitalized laning phase when Vacuum started being an ability you could actually level in lane. And so now you paired up with these Linas, Nyx Assassins, Clockworks, and this Vacuum feels so much better as they're going to be able to, there it is. It's just the extra little bit you need to be able to get these kills.
Yeah, and this is very dangerous now. All of a sudden, they're just diving Arteezy.
Yep, Arteezy is very likely dead here. Let's see if he can juke it out somehow. He does have 9 magic wand charges, so maybe he's actually good as a whipped impale goes out. He jukes to the left, but the Ion Shell on the Faith_Beyond actually did manage to get a tick onto Arteezy, kind of showed him the way, and ends up finding the carry of the evil geniuses.
That's true, yeah. They kill Phoenix down bottom, but this is getting dangerous up top. The trouble with AA in this spot is that you have no method of getting back into the lane. You can't go push a wave. You can't really gank anywhere, so you're just now a stack bot. You know, he'll probably look to do that soon, but the other thing is EG don't really have anything that can clear stacks too well either.
Watch that one again. Yep, nice cookie into spear combo. And I guess we'll watch Arteezy die again in a way. Arteezy is going to die again.
Wait, was
by the way, that is not a retake. That's just a bit of deja vu. So he's going to have to do the walk of shame.
And remember, we were saying they picked Wraith King not necessarily because of the game, but for the laning phase. And if you're getting bodied in the laning phase, suddenly things look grim.
Honestly, I think teams should be looking at this and keeping this combo in mind whenever these teams early pick Ancient Apparition.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's supposed to be Ancient Apparition is paired with the Wraith King, Sven, Troll. Like those 3 heroes to make the Cold Feet work.
Thanks, guys.
And they're just showing how to body it.
I mean, EG won the lane last game, still got wrecked. Right now, PSG.LGD arguably ahead in all of the mob ed. Slight CS lead, but I'm once again worried for EG's damage output. And yeah, Fly is just getting solo killed by an Ion Shell and an Nyx Assassin. Arteezy's in the jungle.
Yeah, he's done with the lane. I don't blame him. I don't think he can do that anymore. Ooh, man, LGD, they're off to a running start here. They're going to need Crit and Ice to do a lot of work. Once again, Ame abandoning the lane relatively early because that's what Axe can do. A little bit different than, say, the Wraith King, who you don't really want to abandon the lane this early. You want to get those higher level of skeletons before you do that. Crit going for the kill here onto Y. The spear isn't quite enough.
Didn't latch.
Didn't latch to anything. Maybe they could have gone for another right click before throwing out the spear, but they thought they had it. Top lane tower dead by 7 minutes.
And noticeably, Faith_Beyond, I've seen a lot of soul rings on the Darkseer. He went for bottle into Arcanes. I actually like that decision. It's part of why they were able to pressure so hard. He got the fresh bottle, and then they just spammed Ions, dove with the wave. They've killed a tower and, what, 4 or 5 enemy heroes in less than 7 minutes. This is insane for PSG.LGD, and they're now denying Arteezy's jungle.
Ame tries to come out of the jungle, defend this tower, and it's a good idea, too. Even with Abed here,
Vanguard.
They are, kind of running out of damage because of the Vanguard. The rest of the TPs coming in from LGD. Jinkyu still looking to catch up to Ice. Drops a Sentry for a little bit of vision. Actually managed to get a Spike Carapace back on the spear. And then the Dragon Slave finished them off. And LSA stopped Dragon Knight's damage. They do manage to get the cookie. That'll kill Jinkyu.
Yeah, that was actually just perfect from Ame. He goes to the woods when he might be a little susceptible to getting killed by that exact rotation and comes back with a Vanguard. So Raindrop, Wand, Vanguard, he straight up has no fear because once again, EG's damage output very limited at the moment. It's concerning. You know, I don't think EG's playing poorly by any means, but PSG.LGD, they are on one today. have looked excellent thus far.
7-4. Does feel like the laning phase is a bit of a disaster for EG. LGD is up by just 1,000 net worth. That's a lot for the laning phase, but it hasn't spiraled too far out of control, I guess.
This is the concern. Is we're watching a Wraith King jungle a Midas, and I've seen this in NA matchmaking, but typically you don't see it as often in the international Dota 2 tournaments. Ame, does he go? Did he skip one in the series before?
Yeah, he went Vanguard into Manta, into the Shard. Nyx Assassin setting up. They're gonna see if they can kill Arteezy and take away the reincarnation. I'm wondering if they feel like they can go for him twice here. Shin Q is certainly setting up for it, but then the Ancient Apparition shows himself. That's fine. Reincarnation level 1 is a huge cooldown.
Oh yeah, and they get the Wraith King illusion too, so that'll be Ion Shell. That'll steal some camps. Really just trying to slow down the farm.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Good idea all around. Man, great stuff. LGD looks great.
Yeah. And Darkseer in a game like this just feels so fun. You have your top tower dead, you've got tons of space. You're gonna just stack, grab runes when necessary, but you have a partner. Like LGD, they have all three things you love when you're a Darkseer. Multiple stuns that you can vac into. A support that you play with in the laning phase, and then assist to find kills later on, and then also a core you can Ion Shell, Surge, and play around. So everything that you need, plus a great start to the game. Looks like he's getting the hood first. We'll probably make a pipe at some point. Very effective. We mentioned already how the magical damage of EG's support is going to be key for them to win, but if you can negate the entire Ice Blast and Nyx Assassin can interrupt the cookies, suddenly those heroes just fall off. And once again, EG, lower damage output, all three strength cores, mostly reliant on stun CC combos to find kills. And unfortunately, all three are behind their enemy counterparts in terms of net worth.
Yeah, all of a sudden, 3,000 net worth lead for LGD. Now, this feels like... I was wondering, I was like, how is it only 1K? Yeah, this seems a little bit more realistic as PSG.LGD are moving on out with the Nyx Assassin.
It was
looking for anybody.
It was deceptive because PSG.LGD had stacks.
Oh, Ice! What? I don't know what that spear was, but he's dead now.
EG, they've been just farming jungle this whole time, but PSG, like, they had an ancient stack, they had a couple stacks that Ame cleared, so suddenly they're feeling fine. And yeah, this is how you want to play it. Look at the warding. They just kind of suddenly shift themselves upriver and now take enemy ancients and save theirs for later, because if you can deny these camps, it's a real natural extension then to take mid tower, as they just did. Nothing to say picking that up.
So for the copium of the fans,
yes,
LGD, or excuse me, Evil Geniuses should at least have better late game, right? Ame Axe Darkseer cores?
This new Axe shard is serious business. I think it won't be the last time we see this. It is not a meme. This is a real thing.
Yep, absolutely.
I don't know how well it scales. Like if we get to 50 minutes, sure. You know, at the end of the day, it isn't scaling damage. So we'll be best around that 20 to 30 minute mark.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, he's rushing pipe. I love this move from Faith Beyond. You've got plenty of mana just with Bottle and Arcanes. So he's spamming Ion almost off cooldown. And this effectively gives his entire team plus 400 health when they take the first team fight, and the base 10% magic resist.
Give him the Iron Shell and watch him go.
Nyx
Assassin, not going to go for the Dragonite. That's a hard kill. Go for crit instead. That's an easy kill. Or is it so easy? He needs a little bit more. The Swan crits. Tries to beat a cookie over the Dragonite, but that's not going to help him out. Now Fly, he's going to get caught by Ame, who's waiting on the high ground for him. Gets the call, gets the kill.
Feel the axe.
This is, again, Dream Darkseer. I love that play. You're pushing top, you're taking all of this farm, and then your Nyx Assassin just says, hey, Ion Shell me real quick and throw me a Surge as I TP, and it sets up for now not one but two kills because the rest of the squad's already there. It's just really well done by PSG.LGD. You can see JJ drew a little line on the map just kind of demonstrating the crease they're now pushing EG into. All of a sudden they take this little lead and it acquires map control. Yeah, the ward on the Dire Ancients was neutered, but they still have total control of the map.
That was cute. Faith Beyond dropped his bottle off because it was an illusion rune for a core Axe. Best rune for Axe by far. That's easily going to get him an extra 300, 400 gold, and that's going to be 300, 400 gold that Evil Geniuses is also going to get denied from them, as it's going to be inside of their own jungle. The Ice Blast coming in. Shinkyu does get hit by some of this. Ice is looking to be able to catch him with the arena, and they do. Nice by Carapace. Will stall the death, but eventually he will indeed die.
It's a lot of spells. AA, Blast, Arena, DK form. Meanwhile, an Illusion is chasing Arteezy out of his own jungle. This is just the gold advantage still going up for PSG.LGD. Like, I have no personal bias here, but it just feels like PSG.LGD is nuts. Like, I'm trying to think about how could they play this game more efficiently. It feels like they've slowed the pace down a little bit, but they're still out GPMing, and it's to get their next core items online. They've recognized, look, Arteezy has a Midas. He's not going to be a threat for a lot of time, so we have the opportunity to chill a little bit. Let's make sure our moves are measured. Probably get the Manta, and then you'll look to see them just take aggression, or just go right now. They do have Egg. Pipe is ready.
Dire's top tower
honestly,
is under attack.
LGD, they could just keep this going. No big cooldowns that they're forced to play around besides this Supernova. Lining up on Ice. He is using the Hood of Defiance to pretty good effect, but eventually he's going to be caught by his stun and then brought down pretty swiftly. Faith Beyond dominating for him. Arteezy quick to try and push out the bottom lane as rapidly as possible. He's going to go for a Radiance, which is kind of an interesting idea against Darkseer.
Okay. I think this... Almost EG, I don't want to say they look lost, but I've seen this at Arteezy before. When in doubt, your team is kind of falling apart in terms of their early to mid-game execution. So just minus Radiance and hopefully...
When in doubt, farm it out? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But you make a good point. You're a pretty easy target for a vac wall. Faith Beyond is pretty damn tanky, so I doubt you're going to pick him off at the start of a fight. It's very concerning, but you know, they're not out of it.
Actually going back for Soul Ring.
It's the most efficient, you know, drop the Arcanes, pop Soul Ring, or Backpack. Man, I wish I had one of those, TI5.
Oh, man. What could have been?
Indeed.
What could have been?
That game was over. This one, however, is not. But EG, you're going to have to stabilize. I like how they've done this just de-warding mission on their own side of the map. You can see 8 sentries currently placed all on their end of the river.
Yep.
Makes sense. You have to clear this bottom triangle to just have any hope of being able to recover. They're still bleeding a little bit in terms of the net worth advantage, but that's just natural when PSG.LGD have 3 cores that all loves to shove waves.
Well, it's about to get worse. Axe Manta now means that more of that, like that one illusion rune that went and took all their neutrals, now that's going to be happening constantly. That was Ame's entire idea. Every single Manta illusion he popped, I just watch him and they'd run into the enemy jungle and take whatever neutrals were available there.
They have great team fights still waiting. Have we seen an egg yet?
Dire's bottom
no, we haven't.
tower is under attack.
Thanks, JJ. You know, we missed out on Ice denying the Supernova. That was sick.
That's a typical, you know, game over, but nothing to say isn't the only one who can acquire style points, but
yeah.
Definitely well done. What is Lina, I guess? Did he go Yules first? Yeah, just Yules into BKB. That's a slight, or was it even a miscue? I think he might have seen a peek there, either a Vortex or an enemy hero, so better safe than sorry. He just BKBs and walks away.
Sure, that's fair enough. I mean, that is one of the things about mid Lina, and I used to talk about this with whenever we would watch Limp play mid Lina. It's like you can get ahead really easily, but the danger is you could throw away your lead.
Oh yeah, you just die all game if you get jumped on, and EG have engineered a draft that can do that quite effectively. A blast on top of one of their many stuns.
Spear into Mortimer's Kisses. The Ice Blast, it's not going to be enough. They don't have the damage. Now the 8 goes off, but Ice is alone here, and he's going to be pulled right back into it. The stun goes off. Crit is waiting to try and give him a cookie out of here. In fact, he actually doesn't need it. PSG.LGD weren't really gunning for a fight there.
Yeah, the one downside of the PSG.LGD draft, though, they don't really have the best tower push. Mentioned that in the start of the game. It's really just Lina that can right-click effectively, so you can see that they're shoving waves. This top tower is exposed, but clicking it is real difficult. You know, Axe isn't exactly gonna siege very well.
No matter how unsure you are about the late game potential of LGD's lineup, it's guaranteed that their lineup, if it does compete late game, it has to have a net worth lead,
Yes,
right? It's
definitely.
one of those kind of lineups. Lina, great example of that. Darkseer,
Radiant's
big
middle
one
tower
as
is
well.
under attack.
Abed off to pretty nice start there. Finally going to be able to clear out this mid tower.
Or are they? They're going to leave it at a sliver of HP.
Radiant's middle
Abed
tower
blink it away.
has been denied.
Ame denying the mid-tier 1. Maybe Innocence?
Dire's top tower
He's around
is under
here, but
attack.
man, the last time they tried to go on him, they realized he was pretty tanky. They're going to try for it now. Ice Blast going off. They will not have a Snapfire, though. They're trying to finish him. Innocence does die, but so does Crit. They're going to have to TP away here. No stuns, so should be fine.
It actually gets killed by Jin Q because he made a call for the offensive play on the Snapfire. So rather than run away, he turns uphill, but of course,
Yeah.
Invis DK. Nothing you can do there, 1-for-1.
Blink Dagger now online, so I'm expecting this game to pick up a little bit faster pace for PSG.LGD.
Yeah, just my fear, if you're an EG
I
fan.
guess you just have to wait for the shard. It's not even
Yeah,
fun.
exactly.
Sorry.
But everything's on pace, right? Like,
Yeah.
you think about what was the game plan for PSG.LGD, they've gotten everything that they wanted. Like, they own top, the Darkseer activated, the Nyx Assassins, Q is owning, and you have this timing where about at 20 minutes exactly, Ame will have the gold for shard and all the items he wants beforehand.
Dire's
So
bottom tower is under
this
attack.
is the draft. They've been able to play it the way they wanted. Now it's a question of, does EG think that they have an answer? Is this Radiance going to get Arteezy into the game fast
Dire's
enough?
bottom tower is under attack.
Radiance minus phase boots. Man, it's not very tanky.
No, and the concern is, you know, again, PSG.LGD, they don't have any huge spells with the exception of the egg. A lot of quick disables, so they kill him once, maybe with an egg on top.
Thanks a lot.
Another BKB, slightly early, but nothing to say. But you can see he recognizes his fragility. Like, if he gets popped, he will just die. So has to ensure that any blink DK stun would immediately be BKB'd. He is the main target for EG because, again, he's really their one source of real physical right-click damage.
Yeah, absolutely. He's the greatest source of damage that is most likely to be killing the Wraith King in that first life, and then if they put the Supernova over the top as he reincarnates, he's 100% dead again.
Yep. Now they have 2 stuns, Call, Yules. It's just all about finding an EG hero. And EG, they've done a really good job. Again, the vision control. We haven't really seen PSG.LGD get any vision on the EG side of the map for a while now. So they've stabilized. You know, that gold lead still firmly in LG's favor, but it's not moving. It's all fine for now.
Yep.
And Arteezy, because he has the Midas Radiance, he's starting to keep up. You know, no matter Ame, nothing to say, he's going to be able to farm equally. But he has to be cautious, because we mentioned the Darkseer wall can be troubling when you run Radiance. But the Nyx Assassin, you can see him having to toggle it off, because if he ventures into the Nyx invis, and there's just a Carapace, he'll be immediately stunned, and it's the easiest kill you'll find.
All right, time to do Roshan. Pure damage of the Axe coming into play here with the Manta.
Yeah, maybe Axe does do some pretty significant right-click damage.
Oh yeah,
That's a lot.
no, this hero when he blinks on you and then he pops Manta afterwards, seriously. I was astonished so many times at how much damage he could do.
Dire's
This
top
is
tower
not
is
a
under
joke.
attack.
This is not a meme, and this is real.
Oh yeah, I forgot because of the free attack speed too.
Yep.
That's a lot. Yeah, attack speed, 35 attack speed, 5% proc
Dire's
chance.
top tower
Yeah.
is under
That's-
attack.
That's very good.
Now just imagine if that was 10% like it used to be. Ooh. He was just always spinning.
Dire's
It was
top tower
terrifying.
has fallen.
Yeah, the attack. I mean, consider a Glove of Haste is 450 for 20 attack speed. So just for that, Shard really only costs what, like 700?
Yeah,
It's like
700, something like
yeah,
that.
it's like half price for the benefit of the proc chance and then the added ability of spinning on attack. So pretty solid. Yeah, we're gonna see this more often. Jinku.
Abed actually blinking the smoke and blinking away. Blink. He breaks the smoke and blinks away. Flanking. There you go. Ice. Also going to do something similar, almost getting caught by the vacuum. TP away. Nobody at EG getting caught. Yeah, I want to see LGD like actually get a win here because I'm getting slightly concerned, not majorly, but slightly concerned that EG hasn't been caught in any of these moves yet, and the net worth hasn't spiraled any further. Now gone for 7 to 8K in pretty much the last 7 minutes.
Oh, nice smoke break.
Nice Q. Great positioning by him.
They got a great ward now as well behind tier 2 bottom. And keep in mind, they still have outpost control.
Poking his Dragonite. Doesn't have much manta. They do have the arena, which Q actually runs into with a spike hairface, stunning up for a moment. Now the spear actually catching a Darkseer illusion. They deal with the supernova that gets popped by Crit though. He reads it perfectly. The big jump in though. Managed to get the Calling Blade. He fused it on the Dragonite. That finishes him off. Crit's gonna be up next. He needs another swing though. Isn't quite gonna be able to get it, looks like, as Crit looks to slow him down with the Solar Crest and run away back to the safety of his tier 3. A buyback from the Nixons. Ah, got him again. There it is. Ame blinking back in to hit the Calling Blade. That finishes off Crit.
And Shingu just playing unbelievably.
Oh, yeah.
He breaks the smoke, he tanks the brunt of the damage, juked a bunch of abilities too to ensure EG had to blow more cooldown. They get a really good target switch onto the egg to pick it off. But you can see the Darkseer illusion of the Wraith King was instrumental in finishing the kill on Crit, so that all Ame had to do was blink forward and execute with the axe.
Radiant are scanning.
BKB soon to be completed. Yeah, just firing on all cylinders. EG once again having some pretty significant damage issues. They need more items. They're DK and Wraith King specifically. Ice went for the hood first, so he's going to drop off. It's just the nature of the hero.
Yep.
More about the mitigation at the moment.
All right, so now they've got control of the dire jungle because they've gotten the tier 2s. They've taken the outpost. Now they're able to kind of like freely invade the triangle. Evil geniuses are going to find that net worth starting to spiral quite a bit because there's just not too many places they can push out fearlessly anymore. Is LGD... I'd be surprised to see them make another move, honestly. There's not too much to really have to wait on, just the supernova. BKB now complete for Ame, isn't even hitting that level 18. He's going to hit level 18 and level 20, which are pretty big spikes for an Axe.
He's farming so fast, and he has so much more freedom due to the map control, so you can see him just kind of lonesome, walking through the woods, jungling with Manta. EG, they're forced to hold hands.
Yep.
Yeah, DK split pushing, but everybody else backed up behind Arteezy. They know something's coming.
Arteezy does have the BKB with the reincarnation, but Ame managed to find the initiation here, and that's going to be on the Mars. No arena here. Arteezy immediately forced to pop the BKB and teleport out. So much damage! Mentally bladed up, and watch the spins go. Ame Axe.
They're just going to walk high ground.
Yes, they
He
are.
bought out, right? He doesn't have a buyback.
Yep, he
just
bought out a
finished
BKB. He just used that BKB. They know about it now.
Are fortified. Dire's middle
Oh my
tower
god,
is under
they are
attack.
just bodying EG. You know, on the other stream, Nigma just 2-0'd Vici in like 39 minutes, both games total.
Yep.
PSG.LGD, it's going to take a little longer, but it looks like they've got EG on the ropes and haven't been challenged, honestly. Like, this is nuts.
It does feel like these two teams are a step ahead of everybody else in both the wild cards and the, well, in this case for LGD, the group stage.
And this is what you love to see. Cut the waves.
Yep.
Don't worry about meeting it
They're
necessarily.
mass TPing. They're actually going to try and catch him because they know he's a little bit
13 seconds.
isolated here. 13 seconds for an Aegis. Okay, BKB TP out. He knows he's in danger. He would have been slowly picked at until the Aegis actually expired.
Abed doing his best. Ice, ice, ice impression, dropping the bottle to try and bait a cancel.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Learning from the best.
one of his
Going
mentors.
forward, Arteezy.
No ult.
He doesn't have reincarnation. He's going to be pulled back. Nothing to say. They don't even need the Laguna Blade from him. Now the Supernova's going to go out. They may be inside the arena with an Ice Blast, but they cannot force the commitment here. Nothing to say. Popping the BKB, giving a surge, and doesn't really give a hoot.
Yep.
Ame? Oh, he could have caught up to them. Stalled for a second there to wait for his team. Trying to go for a blind blink call. Trying to get the spear into the tier 3. They do manage to do so. Stunning him up, but the wall's going to be laid out. This team fight feels a little awkward. Ame's just going to run right back Ice, Ice, Ice as he's turned into a puddle by Y.
Faith Beyond everywhere once. Perfect walls, great backs, and always there to surge the ally most in need of his support. Again, EG, just no damage, especially with Arteezy dead.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It seems like LGD. Would you say, so AUI said something interesting. He said he felt like LGD changes their draft based off of what the opponent is weak against in some way. It feels like they are not one of those Chinese teams who keeps strict draftings, but they change and evolve based off of who they're matched up against.
Yeah, and in this case, it looks like they've addressed EG's tendency to all in on a single core with a very solid dual core lineup that's focused on peaks between 15 and 20 minutes. Like same exact concept. Sure, the heroes have changed, but ultimately it's the same idea, right?
Yeah.
Get an early lead, get an early Roche, take map control, out farm, and just have this overwhelming damage advantage and win the game before the huge carry of EG can become the one-man wrecking machine. And in this case, they even dominated the lanes. Last game was a much more troublesome laning phase for them, and it took them a little longer to recover, but here it's just, they're casually, look at the map, you know? Think about how it was for the first 10 minutes, pretty much even. Then they moved the crease up a little bit and started taking over EG jungle. Now they're saying, we're gonna ward and keep you in your base. Good luck.
Crit in some trouble. Impale is gonna go out now. The rest of Evil Geniuses was smoking over. Crit finally dies, but they missed out of the arena execution. Oh dear. Ice. They're just gonna stall him out. The rest of Evil Geniuses, they've given up all hopes of taking a team fight now. Once again, trapped inside their base.
I got no words, Cap. It's just, how do you get back into it if you're EG? Unsure. You know, we talked about the damage issues. I question whether you want both your DK and your Mars to go hood first. When you already have these damage issues, you can see PSG.LGD, the defensive items, like, come on. Yeah, Darkseer bought a pipe, but he had plenty. All he needs is mana to sustain his net worth, right? He's an Ion Sheller. That's his job.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Solar Crest Rush on the Phoenix, you know, offensive-only items for the other two cores.
Axe Illusion.
Yeah,
cutting a creep wave like that. He's now got an AC. They're going to be able to do the next Roshan. They do it very quickly. Again, because of Axe, he's now level 20.
389 CS in 29 minutes.
Yeah. Everyone else, once you get the Manta Axe, everyone else is allowed to hunt and stay off map constantly because of what Manta Illusions do for you.
And the best part is you don't have to show.
Exactly. Culling Blades being used on Arteezy for his first life. He's going to come back in with a BKB. They actually managed to find the lead up. With no BKB activated, they can actually kill her. Down for 80 seconds. The Mortimer Kiss is doing some amount of work, but Arteezy's dead. They're trying to finish off the egg. They get it. Ever so barely, but a three-man stun with the back who's comboed up. The arena is now going to be laid into play. Ame's low. Ame's dead, actually, and Evil Geniuses have won this fight. They're going to try and finish up by killing Shinkyu, and should be able to, but it looks like Fly is going to die to Arteezy's illusion from the Darkseer wall.
All right, well, EG, they did what they had to do. They killed the Lina.
Yep.
I counted them out. Perhaps a little too soon.
I don't think they can
find
do
the right
Roshan, though, without Arteezy. This would be great if like they won a team fight and they could go Roshan, all of a sudden the game, it becomes competitive. They're still going to try.
They do have
Solar Crest, little shredder.
They have an advantage. You can see them pinging the outpost. Well played. Ice is going to go grab it so that Arteezy can TP in just a little bit closer. They have no tier 2 towers, and also they lost the mid-racks, so...
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much.
It's just something about that. Faith Beyond's like just trying to pull him out of the pit, just to slow him down a little bit. Yeah, they can't do it. Just the Phoenix and Darkseer alone.
When did they lose the mid-racks?
What, they went mid earlier. Like as Roshan was spawning, they after the pick on Mars, they killed Crit and then they killed Mars and then they ran it mid and just took it. Okay, go. I know. This Axe is befuddling.
I'm just following the illusions around. This is the timing, though. They got one fight, now you need another. Reincarnate's back up. They have to follow that same MO. 15 on the Reincarnate, but you have to kill the Lina. You have to kill the Lina pre-BKB. That is your fight window here.
God, and it's so hard because if you're all inning on the Lina like that, it's just like a dream opening for Faith Beyond to hit just this gigantic wall vacuum. Maybe there's a call over the top. Like, Paul and Super. Oh, they make the jump in. They manage to find the Phoenix. That one's pretty good. A nice call from Ame. Interception, but it's not enough for Y to be able to get off his ultimate. He does have a buyback, though. There goes the call. There goes the wall. And Culling Blade one after the other. Now Ame's going to be last one life. But actually, Arteezy coming back on his second life, but it's not going to be long. There's so much damage. He just dies in an instant. His second life is like his first. It doesn't do a damn thing. And Crit. Okay, stop that Sunray if you want, son, but you're dead. The Evil Geniuses, well, they're mostly dead. They're going to give up Roshan and maybe even a second lane of barracks.
Faith Beyond, man. It's a dream Darkseer game for reasons expressed, but he's also has the luxury of being able to be completely ignored. You know, EG, they have to go for the Lina, they have to think about Ame, so he's just getting, look at this, he's just chilling. Look at him all the way over in the corner, hanging out. I'm gonna surge myself, he pre-clicks wall, hangs out, vacuum on 3, he gets all the necessary cores, and now you have a level 18 DK illusion and an RTZ. It's just reincarnate, he's dead.
Every single time he's popping the BKB, he's like, it'll be okay. And then the pure damage of this axe.
Yep. Love this too, but Lincoln's on nothing to say because he recognizes as long as I don't get stunned by DK, I'm going to get BKB off and we're going to win the fight.
No, that's a great point. Okay, so second lane down. Evil Geniuses now left with one more team fight in this series. They lose here against LGD, their chance of being upper bracket slim to none, I think.
Yeah, especially after the performance from Nigma so far today, would put them in a scenario where they'd have to get at least one, probably two, from their series later today.
Sun being thrown out, man to dodge pretty easily, and meanwhile, nothing to say, just popping his BKB, and using that, burnout ice, RTZ reincarnation, he goes down, comes back up, and Ame is there for the secondary kill. This is just a monstrous shellacking here, Kyle.
And they got one fight.
Stuff.
One fight, they got nothing out of it. PSG.LGD respawn, wiped the floor with them 2 consecutive team fights in a row. The Ame Axe